Hello friends, I am Payal, your own study abroad expert. In this video, we're going to discuss why Australia is considered as one of the most attractive destinations by students to study. So they look for different opportunities, go to one of the best universities to study there and finally get settled there. So the main reasons for that is that Australia has 7 out of the 100 top best universities in the world. There are about 22,000 courses which are being taught to students in about 1,100 institutions all over. Then there are about 500,000 international students who come there and study from 192 countries all over the world. Then Australia as a country provides post-study work permit up to 4 years depending on the location where you study, and then you have good prospects of getting settled in these countries. You have good permanent residency options, which is one thing which really attracts the students to go there to study. Then there are about 15 Nobel laureates who have come out of these Australian universities who are world renowned. And Australian universities provide a lot of scholarships for international students. They've invested so far about 300 million Australian dollars as scholarships. They have given as scholarships to international students, which is a lot of money. So you can always expect that if you have a good profile, you would definitely get a good scholarship in an Australian universities. Now, which are the universities that you could apply for? You could go for UTS, which is your University of Technology, Sydney. Then you could go for RMIT. You could go for University of Victoria. Then you could go for Canberra University, then University of New South Wales. So there are a lot of universities that you could go and study, which are highly ranked and would definitely give you a bright future with good prospects. Now, the post-study work permit that you get in Australia depends on the location where you finish your education. So if you have finished your undergraduate program in Sydney or Brisbane, then you would get post-study work permit of about 2 years. If you've done your master program here in these cities, you would get a post-study work permit of about 3 years. Now, if you have finished your education in the regional areas A, where you have cities like Perth and Adelaide, then you would get about 3 years post-study work permit if you've done your undergraduate program from these cities, and you would get a post-study work permit of about 4 years if you've done master program from universities in these cities in Perth or Adelaide. Then if you have studied in universities who are in regional areas B, then you would get a post-study work permit of about 4 years if you've done your undergraduate program, and if you've done your master program, you would get a post-study work permit of about 5 years as well. So which is a long time for you to look for a job and get settled. So that is one of the reasons that why people really choose Australia as a as a study destination, so that they can eventually get settled there. So getting a part-time job is also not difficult in Australia. You can work for about 40 hours, in your duration of 2 weeks while you are studying, while you already have your sessions going on. And if you've not been able to work in a particular week for about 20 hours, it can carry over to the next week, and you have to do about 40 hours within a period of 2 weeks, which means that if one particular week you're busy with your studies or your assignments, you can definitely work a bit more the next week and finish your 40 hours. So that kind of flexibility is also there. And when you have your breaks or vacations, then you can work for unlimited hours, which is a very good option that international students get, because during vacations they try to make most out of it and earn as much money to fund their expenses. And do you think a lot of people they wonder that getting a part-time job would be really hard? So do you think it's that hard? Not at all. So you should prepare yourself a good resume, and you could hand over your resume to maybe stores, and you could see wherever they have a vacancy, you could apply there, or you could always check in in those career section which you have in the industry websites. And you also have these Australian job search sites like Seek or Apply Direct or Career One, where you could apply and you could float your resume, and then you would definitely get some calls suiting your profile. So as you can see, getting a part-time job is not at all hard. Once you get into a good university, you can always try and fund your expenses and have a comfortable living. So a lot of students think that most of the universities in Australia are quite expensive, but there are a lot of cheap universities where the education is quite affordable, which is very, very cheap, even much cheaper than what it may be in your home country. You have a university called, Charles Sturt University, where you could easily get your bachelor program starting from 2,638 Australian dollar per year, which is very, very affordable. Then you have University of Southern Queensland, where the bachelor programs start from about 4,410 Australian dollar per year, which is again very less. So do not think that that the education is quite expensive. It depends on what course you want and which university you want to go to, and you can always match it with your budget and go ahead. So even if you want to do, your master's program, you have quite affordable courses at University of, Tasmania, which is around, 15,725 Australian dollar. And even in universities like Monash University, which is quite a good ranked university, you could get a master program for about 17,000, Australian dollar, which is quite affordable. So I hope this video was very useful, and you would definitely look at Australia as a very attractive study destination. And there are a lot of good points I'm sure you've learned from this video. And if you haven't subscribed to us till now, please subscribe to us today. We would be coming up with a lot of new updates every now and then on different courses and universities, and you can definitely make the right career choice for you. So like and share this video with all your friends, and if you want us to make a video on a particular topic, feel free to drop it in the comment section, and we'll definitely get back as soon as possible. So stay tuned in with us, subscribe to us right now, and look forward to a lot of new updates coming up soon. Thank you.